Well, welcome back to fly fishing Rutland water. The conditions today are almost identical to how they were nearly 6 years ago in this very spot, so I've decided to fish with the exact same tactics in the hope that I'll catch fish in exactly the same way. It's a lot colder than it was the other day. It really has chilled down considerably. So as a result, I'm going down in the water. I'm going to put a Pittsford pea on and go down into the depths, thinking that if the weather has turned a little bit cold, it might have put the fish down a little bit. Fishing a Pittsford pea, and I'm fishing it quite fast. That's the tactic for today. If I don't get anything deep down with the Pittsford pea, I'm going to gradually come up through the water. Fish were high up in the water the other day. I would have thought this sudden decrease in temperature would put them down, but we can never tell. I'll have a couple of casts with the heavy fly on the Loomis, and then I'm going to switch to the 5-weight rod and fish a little bit higher in the water. God, it's going a long way out. Wind is really helping today. In fact, the wind is brilliant today. I'm going to let this fly sink down a bit. Sometimes they take on the drop. I'll be my usual impatient self. I cast in each spot and then move on. Sometimes I think it needs to warm up a little bit before the fish come on. This is about 11:30 and it's still very cold. I think the afternoon may be more productive. Well, the Pittsford pea hasn't worked, so let's try a single booby. See if the fish are maybe a little bit higher up in the water. Ten, 15 minutes. I had a couple of goes of the Pittsford pea now, putting the booby on again.
Yeah.
It's a lot colder.
It's colder today, isn't it? Yeah.
A lot colder.
Yeah.
I was absolutely melting the other day.
Yeah. Warm in the week though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got to about 18 degrees, I think.
I think it was 16 on Friday when I was fishing. Yeah. There's been a lot of fish caught off here. Yeah, 2 people got in contact with me last night. The chap that fished the morning after me, he had 5. Another chap had 6.
Yeah, I had read the one about 6.
I was across to pick up my net that I left again, and Andy was telling me that Paul Wilde had 16 off here yesterday. But I came here because I just thought I'd try somewhere different. If I'm filming, I don't want to be filming the same place every single day, you know. Part of the chap that was fishing, they were getting them on everything yesterday, bloodworms, damsels. If they're in the mood, they're in the mood. You know what it's like. See you later, Tony.
Yeah, good luck.
Cheers. It's my good friend Tony Mould. Oh, we fished quite a lot together. Big fish Tony Mould, I should say. fishing without a fly. I wondered there was something wrong. I've been fishing for the past 4 or 5 casts without any fly on. Oh dear. Let's try it again. Oh, you see everything in fly fishing Rutland water. Incompetence at levels that are yet to be seen to be believed. Right, now we've got a fly on, maybe we'll catch a fish. Try a damsel now. I've never caught a fish on a damsel in Rutland. But then again, I don't usually fish a damsel in Rutland, so that probably explains a lot. Change of colour and texture, see if this creates any interest. The air temperature has dropped considerably over the last couple of days. I mean, this is a lot colder. Keep moving along the bank. Probably the bottom. Oh, where's that fish? It's a fish. Oh, that fish took 3 times before it actually came properly. First fish on a damsel. Nice to try something different technique for a change. Took a while to get on the reel. Now, I heard there was some overwintered fish in here. So, as expected, because the temperature's dropped, the fish have moved lower in the water and they're now taking a slow move damsel, whereas they were taking a fast move fly a couple of days ago. What a difference a couple of days makes. There we go. Put the rod down gently. There we go. Get the fly out the way. And we shall see if we can get a nice release picture. Let's try to sit one into the net again. Come on. There you go. There you go. That's it. Nicely away.
Hello.
Tony, damsel. No, mine's one of Craig Barr's ones with the red heads.
Okay, brilliant. Okay.
That was that one took about 3 times before it took.
Right.
I just threw it out and was bringing it back on a slow figure of 8, letting it sink. And I felt a couple of little tugs. I wasn't sure if I was hitting the bottom or not, and then it just hit me. But basically, slow pulled damsel. They're a lot deeper. That drop in temperature, I think, has obviously put them down quite a bit. But just keep at it, and if you don't get any there, just come straight around here.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
See you in a bit.
See you, Tony, bye. It's easier to catch fish when you actually have a fly on the end of your fly line. You'll thank me for that one day. I need to get home and have some lunch so I can come back down this afternoon to meet Luke, who I'm fishing with, for a couple of hours. I think I'll be better in the evening. I think it feels like it's warming up a little bit. Well, after this morning's session I decided to come out again. My friend Tony was out and he'd had 7 fish. And just as Tony's packed up and gone away, I've started and I've had 2 fish in a row. One was just another stocky, but the second one was actually quite a decent sized fish. A really cracking one. It's about the 3.5, 4 pound mark, just like Tony's. It's actually just a stocky, but it's a really cracking sized stocky. Off into the depths. And the first fish was on the damsel nymph. The second one was on a buzzer. So we finally got a first fish of the season on a buzzer. So that's 2 firsts today. First on a damsel ever, and then the first of the season on a buzzer. My good old phone came in handy because I got nice footage of Tony's fish, which made a hell of a splash in the water. It was a really nice one, probably about the 4 pound mark, 3.5 to 4.
Better than the previous one.
Looks all right, Tony.
A lovely 12-pounder though, is it?
Nah, well, yours wasn't a lovely 12 pound, it was the ugliest fish that's in the reservoir.
Yeah.
Don't let it get off, Tony.
Keep hold of it.
Have you done, yeah, keep hold of it. You've done this a million times, haven't you? It's got a nice sound to it, Tony, that.
Yeah, good one. Oh, come on now. Yeah, good one.
Good. And surprise, surprise, the fish were deep down. And just after I caught mine, I tipped Tony off to tell him what was catching, and he came straight out and caught one, so good on Tony. The wind was dying when Tony decided to call it a day, and it's just come up just quite nicely here at the end. It's 4 o'clock, I'm probably just going to fish for another hour. My usual tactics, I never tend to fish for much more than an hour at a time on the bank. Usually a long session on the bank for me is 2 hours. Again, the benefit of living locally, I can come down when the conditions are almost perfect and just pick the best times and spots to fish. Another lovely evening. I was saying to Tony, I'm very, very fussy about when I fish. I sat next to Tony for a good hour and a half and just never wanted to get the rod out because the conditions just weren't right. There wasn't any ripple in the water, so I just didn't want to fish. Fine, I've had 2. It was flat calm. Tony had 7 off the spot where I was fishing yesterday on Friday. And then it went flat calm. It just got really difficult. And Tony just quit and went away about 3:30. I wasn't even fishing, I just didn't like the look of it. And then the ripples just come on again. I had 2 in quick succession, one on the damsel, then another on the buzzer. Okay. I've got a damsel and 2 buzzers. It's the first one I've had on a buzzer.
It's good, isn't it?
There's a lot of fish in here. I'm wondering if I've not had anything in the damsel since it's gone really nice like this. I'm wondering if they've maybe moved up a little bit like they did last night.
I'll try it along.
Yeah, go and have a wee go along. It's a well-trodden path. It's been, to say there's no lack of fish in here.
Oh, good. you tried any other techniques that haven't worked yet? Or?
I've tried everything. Last night I tried. I didn't get anything. Sorry. Oh shit. I didn't get anything on buzzers last night, and then I didn't get. And then I tried nymphs. Didn't get anything on either of those. Had weighted flies on the point, damsels, and my Pittsford P. As soon as I switched to that, I put the booby on the point,
Like that,
and they had 2 on the booby.
Sweet. Yeah. I'll give a go on this little inlet here and see if I get anything.
You'd think they would come up in the evening like this a little bit, you know.
I think so. Yeah.
It just looks so empty with so few boats out. Normally on a night like this you'd see boats everywhere, but I guess there's only 20 boats going out at the moment, so, and there weren't very many out today. The Sierra Piers is on at Grapham, so there was quite a lot of vacant boats today. I mean, it looks. Oh! I was going to say it looks so fishy. Buzzers, look! Come off! Come off! Well, thanks for coming fly fishing Rutland water with me today. That's been 2 sessions, 3 fish, 1 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, 2 in damsels, 1 in a buzzer. We also got to see my good friend Tony Mould catching some really nice fish. He had 7 today, which was fabulous, and his final one was an absolute cracker. If you've liked the video, please make sure you hit the like button, and I'd be delighted if you would subscribe to the channel to come back and see more of my fishy adventures. Thanks for watching.